Greetings, YouTube. This is episode 20 of TEW 2016 WWE Red vs. Blue. Today we have Smackdown Live coming from us from Memorial Field. It's being held in front of 9,107 people. And the show opens up with Dolph Ziggler's music. And Ziggler comes out by himself. He stops at the entranceway and he waves to the back and out come the club. If you remember, last week on Smackdown, Ziggler turned heel and aligned himself with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson by taking out AJ Styles. And the three of them get in the ring, and Ziggler's like, so the question I've been getting the whole entire week is, why, Dolph, why? Now, I don't feel like I should have to explain myself to any of you. However, I feel like, I should, explain myself anyway. You see, The Miz, out of everyone, actually, was brutally honest with me, and in a way, he made sense. Here I am. I've been in the WWE now for almost 10 years now. And, I've always been, second fiddle. I've always been second best. I've always come up short when it mattered. Yeah, I might have been Intercontinental Champion. I may have been United States Champion. I may even have been World Heavyweight Champion at a time or two. But at the end of the day, I have not reached my full potential. I have lost more big matches than I've won. I have lost a lot. And someone with my talent, that shouldn't happen. And why does this happen? And after a while, I start to think, and I'm like, well, maybe because I worry too much about putting on the best possible match. I used to, I wanted to steal the show. I wanted to put on a 5-star performance each and every time I come out there and wrestle. But where has that gotten me? I'm just in the middle of the pack. I don't stand out. I'm not getting championship opportunities like I should. Because I'm worried more about entertaining all of you and getting all the little marks on the internet going, oh, that's a great match, Ziggler. Oh, that's a 5-star match, Ziggler. Yeah, the best match on the show, Ziggler. Even though I lost, I was more worried about getting that praise from all the dorks on the internet. Well, after losing at SummerSlam, even though I wasn't pinned, I still lost. And at that point, I had to do some soul searching. Where do I want to go from here? I could, just be content being employed, still being that good little worker that puts on good matches for the fans to pat me on the back on the internet. I could walk away from the, WWE, or I can reevaluate my position. And that's why I did. I reevaluated things. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, what do I need to do to, raise the bar and set goals for myself that I can attain? So what did I do? I found the two baddest dudes on the Smackdown Live roster, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Because, believe it or not, they were looking for someone to stand beside. See, they wanted their old running buddy from Japan, AJ Styles, to stand beside them. And the three of them dominate the SmackDown Live roster. But AJ is foolish, and he didn't want that. He wanted to do things on his own. Well, that's where I stepped in. I went up to them and I said, hey guys, I feel like you guys are the best tag team in the WWE, not just SmackDown Live, but the entire WWE. And I feel like I'm the best wrestler in the WWE. And I think together we can rule SmackDown Live. And that's when this all came together. And AJ, you poor fool, you're just collateral damage. But, I don't blame you because, in a way, I see a lot of myself in you because you spent so long of your career trying to be, trying to please all the fans, trying to have the best match each and every week, but where has that gotten you? You didn't beat John Cena at SummerSlam. No, excuse me, not SummerSlam, but at Battleground. You could have beaten the, arguably the face of the WWE at Battleground. But you had such foolish pride that you didn't want to take the win that way. You don't want to stand behind these two big bastards. But hey, one day you will see the light. But for now, you're in our path. And at this point, AJ Styles comes out and he looks at all three of them and he's like, Dolph, I know we haven't crossed paths yet in the WWE, but I've watched you for years. I've heard about you for years. And, what I heard, what I saw was true. You are a tremendous wrestler. And the fact that you did what you did to me last week, that's disappointing because you didn't need to stand beside them because all Luke and Carl wanted to do was someone to leech the success from. They wanted someone to walk behind. They didn't want to stand on their own 2 feet. They wanted someone, that they could leech success off of. That's why I wanted to be on my own. That's why you should have been on your own. But no, you wanted to take the easy way out because you might have lost a match. Big deal. But hey, if you want to play that game, we can settle this in the ring right here, right now. And Dolph laughs. He's like, hey, AJ, I have nothing to prove to you. My goal is to become WWE champion. And I don't see any gold around your way, so I think for now you should step up and step off. And then AJ gets in Dolph's face, and then Edge's music hits, and Edge comes out to the stage, and he's like, I hate to break up this little love fest here, but it seems to me that AJ, you want to fight Dolph. Dolph, you want a title match. Now, I've got a way that I could, make both of your wishes come true. Because tonight in the main event is going to be AJ Styles against Dolph Ziggler, against Kevin Owens, and against Chris Jericho. And the winner will face Dean Ambrose in 2 weeks at Backlash for the WWE Championship. So we got that main event set up for tonight. No work improvements. This segment got a 60/60 plus rating, which I was hoping for better, but I think Luke and Carl dragged it down a bit. No. Great. Alright, and the first match of the evening in a decent match, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns defeated Sawyer Fulton and Cassius Ohno. And 8:14 when Roman Reigns defeated Sawyer Fulton by pinfall with an assisted powerbomb. The match got a surprising 73 B-, which I'm guessing we can attribute all that to both Ambrose and Reigns. Ohno had an in-ring performance of 58, Fulton 36, Reigns 84, and Ambrose 86. And Ohno is improving in performance skills. So, good match there. And we move on. The Miz TV is the next segment with his guest, Sami Zayn. And the Miz basically grills Sami Zayn for, letting Smackdown Live down at SummerSlam by losing to Brock Lesnar in that Raw vs. SmackDown interpromotional match. And the Miz is like, I am the Intercontinental Champion, and unlike you, Sammy, I won my match at SummerSlam. And Sammy's like, you run your mouth a lot, but unlike you, I actually went toe to toe with Brock Lesnar. You wouldn't do that, Miz. Miz, you would have ran away from someone like Brock Lesnar because that's what you do. You're a coward. You always were a coward, and you always will be a coward. So yes, I lost, but I stood toe to toe with Brock Lesnar. That's something that you can never say you've done, and you never will do because that's who you are. And the Miz takes off his glasses. He's like, how dare you? How dare you question my courage? How dare you question my integrity? I would stand toe to toe with Brock Lesnar, and unlike you, I would beat him. I would beat him in the middle of the ring all by myself. I wouldn't need Kevin Owens' help. I wouldn't need anyone else's help. I wouldn't need to attack him from behind. I would stand right in his face. I would slap him, and then I would pin him in the ring. Because I'm the Miz and I'm awesome. And at that point, Edge comes out and he's like, Miz, you really should, keep your mouth shut. You talk a big game, but can you actually back it up? Because tonight, you're going to go one-on-one in a non-title match against Sami Zayn. And Sami, if you do happen to beat the Miz, and then possibly you will get a future Intercontinental Championship match. And you know why? Because I'm the SmackDown Live General Manager, and I'm awesome. Kind of, taking a shot at the Miz. So we got the Miz against Sami Zayn later tonight in a non-title match, and that segment got a 74 B-, so not too bad of a rating in there. And in the next match, in a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat, Paige and the debuting, well, she debuted last week, but this is her first in-ring match. Ashley Rain defeated Naomi and Sasha Banks in 10:26. When Ashley Rain defeated Naomi by pinfall with a standing Shiranu? I don't know. So Ashley Rain and Alicia Fox are a good pairing because I have Alicia Fox at ringside with them as Ashley's manager. And I guess they're a good pairing, so that's definitely something I could play off on in the future. Ashley had an in-ring performance of 36, Paige 56, Sasha Banks 59, and Naomi 42. No worker improvements. The match got a 55 C- rating. After the match, Alicia Fox, Ashley Rain, and Paige beat down on Naomi and Sasha Banks because they obviously have a 3-on-2 numbers advantage, and Naomi and Sasha do not have a friend there to help them out. So maybe, they might need to make a phone call, kind of like what Alicia and Paige did, to bring someone into the fold. Maybe. We'll see what happens in the coming weeks. But that segment got a 63 C rating. And in the next match, in a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat, Enzo Amore and Big Cass defeated the Ascension in 9:14 when Big Cass defeated Connor by pinfall with an East River Crossing. Big Cass had an in-ring performance of 48, Enzo 52, Connor 50, and Victor 54. Yeah, the Ascension, well, Victor of all people, have the best performance rating out of everyone in that match, including Big Cass and Enzo. And Connor is improving in performance skills. The match got a 56 C- rating. And then after the match, Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt actually appear in the ring, and them and the Ascension start beating down Enzo and Big Cass. And the beating goes on for a little while, and then finally the Usos come out and clear the ring of Harper, Wyatt, and the Ascension. No worker improvements there. Their segment got a 67 C+ rating. Not a bad rating overall. And the next match, The New Day In a decent match, the New Day defeated Alberto Del Rio, Baron Corbin, and Bray Wyatt in 1653 when Kofi Kingston defeated Alberto Del Rio by pinfall with a Trouble in Paradise. Xavier had a ring performance of 61, Big E 65, Kofi 69, Bray Wyatt 74, Corbin 54, and Del Rio 72. The match got a 72 B- rating, and Baron Corbin is improving in performance skills. So basically a match to get them on the card and to get a win for the New Day. And the next segment, and a decent match, Sami Zayn defeated The Miz by pinfall in 1839 with a Haluva kick. Sami Zayn had an in-ring performance of 71 and The Miz 66. And The Miz is improving in performance skills. The match got a 74 B-, so Sami Zayn defeated The Miz in a non-title matchup, and he will be getting an Intercontinental Championship title opportunity here in the coming future. More than likely it will happen at Backlash, but that will be announced at a later date. Next segment, we get a backstage shot of Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, and AJ Styles walking to the ring because they got their upcoming #1 contendership match. So just the normal split screen shot of all four of them walking to the ring. And that segment got a 67 C+ rating. And in the main event, in a decent match, Chris Jericho defeated AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, and Kevin Owens in 2012, when Chris Jericho defeated Kevin Owens by pinfall with a surprise roll-up. So, the way I saw it is Ziggler and Styles were brawling outside the ring. Owens went to hit the pop-up powerbomb on Jericho, but Jericho reversed it into a Hurricanrana and got the surprise pinfall on Kevin Owens. AJ had an in-ring performance of 71, Ziggler 67, Jericho 76, and Kevin Owens 68. No work or improvements. The match got a 74 B- rating, so not too bad there. Jericho is the new #1 contender to the WWE Championship. And as Jericho is celebrating his victory, Dean Ambrose comes out into the ring and gets into Jericho's face. In the past, earlier in the year, they had their little feud where Ambrose destroyed Jericho's light-up jacket. And they get in each other's face. Ambrose taunts Jericho with the WWE Championship, and then Jericho lays out Ambrose with a code breaker, and then Jericho picks up the WWE Championship and holds it above his head over Ambrose's prone body. And that's how we close the show with an 85 A+. I wish it was an A+ rating, but 85 B+ rating. So a good way to end the show, and we get a 75 B-. The show increased our popularity in 5 regions, but lost popularity in 26 regions, which, not too bad. I'm actually happy overall. I mean, we've been getting like C+ ratings, so that 75 B- is definitely a good sign there. And until next time, be sure to follow me on Twitter. As I've stated before, I'm announcing participants to the first ever WWE Cruiserweight Classic on my Twitter account. And be sure to give me a thumbs up on the video, leave any comments, and until next time, take care.